I've got me a story. You may well know it's pretty established as stories go. But I'd like to tell it through my personal view, and I hope you find the words ring true. Now, where it starts is a bit of a mystery, as it technically begins before human history. But for the sake of clarity and narrative ease, our tale kicks off at a meal, if you please. Just a couple of guys all sat round a table is a modest enough start to this here fable. Now, they're often shown as a faceless bunch, a homogeneous group that have sat down to munch. But picture, if you will, each distinct face as he walks through the door and sits at his place. Each one with strengths only he can possess as they're about to face their ultimate test. And right in the center, in the midst of the hype, is the one I call the archetype. And the reason I give him this particular label is he provides us with a narrative stable. That of the good guy, the hero, the man, the if he can't do it, no one can. Any writer of a hero with a cape who can fly owes a narrative debt to this one particular guy. But don't get me wrong, there's no human flights. And this story's definitely lacking in tights. But if you're patient, I'm sure you will see this guy has got that heroic quality. Fast forward to a garden, my favorite part. This is where the story gets its real heart, where our man alone gently weeps, all his friends given into sleep. Through tear-filled eyes, he makes this plea, Father, if possible, pass this cup before me. Now that just gets me right down here, that even though he suffers from fear, he knows that there's a battle to be won, and he says, not mine, but your will be done. Fast forward a bit, the soldiers descend. Our main man is betrayed by a friend. He's dragged into court, and the charges are vague. It makes Camp X-Ray look like The Hague. Through useless leaders and mob mentality, our man is subjected to total brutality. And in the end, some young men died. Some crosses put up, some mothers cried. And he just hangs there. I can't say his name. It sticks in my throat because of the shame. For 6 hours he's there, and they say that was quick. And that itself makes me sick. The body's taken down, and not a moment too soon. Wrapped and prepared for a follower's tomb. A day or two after, the sky turned black, and the disciples cower in fear of attack. When Mary comes with news that's long overdue, and sounds a little too good to be true. I won't believe it till they show me his hands, one guy called Thomas grievingly demands. And then, finally, when the Lord God appears without reason or rhyme, seeming as if he's been there the whole time, before he said, touch this spot here, and Thomas fell down in reverential fear, I like to imagine that after his trials, the Lord God had the wryest of smiles. Because blessed are those whose faith is conceived when they have not seen, but yet they believed. Now, some will say they don't believe it. I mean, how could a logical mind conceive it? But before you decide to completely leave it, just do me one little thing. Read it.